One thing I want you to get out of your head is the idea that you deserve certain results on the playing field. Now, it's great if you decide that you want to work really hard, you want to have a great routine, you want to carry yourself with tons of professionalism, that you want to hold yourself to a really high standard and you want to do things the right way. That's the goal. It's part of the reason you're taking this course and the reason I'm sharing all these lessons that I learned in my playing career, because I know that they're valuable. But I don't want you to get in the trap of saying, because I did this, and this, and I did things the right way, that I deserve that promotion, I deserve this, I deserve that. It may be true, right? It's probably true, but in sports, there's so much outside of your control, not just on the playing field, not just umpires and referees in the playing field and bad luck and all that stuff, not just that, but the fact that you can be, like, I was a pretty good example of an average athlete who had an above average work ethic. But there were lots of guys who were just much better athletes than me. They're way more athletic, and they didn't have to try as hard to be as good as I was, right? And that doesn't seem fair. And if you start getting caught in the trap of, I deserve more playing time than that guy, or I deserve to be better than him, I should get the chances, I should get the promotion, like, it's not fair that I'm still stuck here while he's lazier than me, or she's lazier than me, or she goes out drinking all the time, she doesn't take care of her body, he doesn't eat right, he doesn't show up to practice on time, but yet he gets something that I want. At the end of the day, we all have a finite amount of talent, like, our innate, our genetics, our genes, just the natural gifts that we have. And if you're an athlete already, you're already very gifted in the grand scheme of the human population, right? But there's always going to be someone who's got more talent than you just naturally, and they can roll out of bed and beat you in a race. They can jump higher than you. They can throw harder than you, swing hard. Like, there's always someone who can do that stuff. And if you get caught up saying, woe is me, I deserve that, but he or she got it, even though they're lazier than me, they don't do things the right way, it just gets really frustrating. And again, it's another one of those factors that you just can't control. And it reduces your accountability, and it eats away at you long term. And you just have to come to the realization that sports are not fair. They're not fair at all. I had a couple elbow surgeries, right? How was that fair? I worked a lot harder than a lot of players that I played with. There were some exceptionally hard workers, and there were guys that worked harder than me, I'm sure. But I worked harder than a lot of guys, and I was still hurt more than most people. It's not really fair. It's just like, that's my body, right? And that's just sort of the draw that I got. And you can frame it in one sense, saying like, this wasn't fair, like, I deserved better, this is BS. Or you can frame it as like, I got a lot more out of my baseball career personally than I probably should have, right? If I hadn't done all this stuff, I probably would have been down for the count years ago. So it really depends. There's always like a glass half full, glass half empty kind of mindset that you could take. But when you get caught in this trap of, I deserve this, I deserve that, I've done things the right way, therefore, don't do things the right way because you want to be rewarded, because you feel like if you do that, you're going to get shined down some extra good luck or favor from, the soccer gods or the basketball gods or whatever. Just do it because you believe that's your best path from point A to point B. That was all that I tried to do in my career, and it was frustrating at times. I mean, I promise you it's frustrating. If you let it get to you, you'll be like, oh, it's just so hard when I put in so much extra time and that guy gets promoted ahead of me. That guy gets the job that I want. He's still starting shortstop, and I'm still on the bench, even though I know what he does, off the field, and it's a joke, right? He doesn't take care of himself. He's out super late. He's not doing things the right way. I'm doing things the right way, and I'm still here on the bench. If he's just more talented than you, he just gets to play more. That's just how sports are. It's not like school. It's not like other things where there's just like, hey, if I study harder, I get a 92 on my test, and you don't study as hard, you get an 86. There's still a lot of people who don't study for tests and get good grades, right? We've all been there too. Just don't fall in that trap. Don't worry about the people around you. You can control yourself, and you can control your attitude, right? And you can control the perception that you have on the world and on all these different events that affect you. And when you just choose to ignore the pecking order that's out there, ignore what other people are doing, and just stick to your guns, do things the right way because you believe in doing them that way, work hard because you believe it's your best chance, which it is, to get where you want to go, And don't get caught in the trap of saying, I did this, therefore I should be getting this today. I did this, therefore I should get that playing time. It's just a bad trap. And if you get stuck in it, you're going to feel way more frustration than you otherwise would. It's going to be way more grief than it's worth. And it's just not the right way to go about it.